Oh, g'day, how's it going? I'm DJ Fan from Fairbanks, Alaska. This is Axes, Picks, Claw Hammers, and Footstools. Yes! You have arrived. You've tuned in, turned on, and dropped by at just the right time because we got some more rock and roll. Hey, the rock and roll never stops. Here in the Endless Now, the Now Share, we have something called the Eternal Playlist, and that Eternal Playlist is what you're just hooking into right now. All right. So what do we got rolling on today? Well, I can see I got my CBGB shirt on, so it's going to be some punk rock. Yeah. Oi, you want some punk rock, then? Nah. All right, then. What do we got? Well, okay, admittedly. I mean, Sid Vicious was not the brains or the musician of the Sex Pistols. All he was a very, very potent image. He was synecdoche? He represented what he was, represented much more than what he actually was, if that makes any sense. Sid was a pawn of history. Sid was a pawn of Malcolm McLaren. Sid was a pawn of heroin. Sid was a pawn of Nancy. Sid was a helpless guy. Sid was a hopeless guy. But Sid had an image, and Sid had a fun image. And, kids playing nasty. Kids playing snotty, young, dead and snotty. Sid lives 28th and 30th of September, 1978, live in New York City. It's a bootleg, and that's all it says on it is Sid lives, and the songs are listed by either the 28th, 29th, or 30th of September, with the full set from each gig on the successive nights, with very little change in the set list. But it's 3 nights, so you get to see a little degeneration, certainly. I mean, it starts at a sort of a degenerate point, after all. But, so we're going to listen to, from Sid Lives, September 28th, 1978, Search and Destroy, followed by the old rockabilly, rock and roll, chestnut, something else, from the 30th of September, 1978, live in New York City, somewhere, Sid Vicious, punk rock!
I
Okay, that was, September 28th, 1978. And you have to understand that Sid was dead before the end of the year. So these are probably some of his final shows. Search and Destroy, the old Stooges punk classic. And now Eddie Cochran. Is it Eddie Cochran? Something else? This is Sid Lives, September 30th, 1978. So a couple nights later. And you gotta admire his band. They are pros. He pulled himself together, a group of pros. And, he's singing wild, sloppy punk rock with a pro band behind him, so he doesn't sound half bad. He is being propped up by the musicians around him. And, that is an age-old tactic, and it works. It works, as we see. Sid Vicious, something else.
All right.
This song so fine, man, is something else. Hey, yeah, Sid Vicious. And, like I said, Sid Vicious propped up in front of a nearly dead Sid Vicious. Half on the nod, propped up in front of a crack band of New York session punks. You gotta love that. Sid Vicious, punk rock. I'm DJ Than from Fairbanks, Alaska. This is Axes, Picks, Claw, Hammers, and Footstools. The place to be seen. The place to do. The place to Mountain Dew. The place to ski do and skippity do. And all other kinds of do. This is what we are doing here. Rock and roll. And rock and roll is a good place to be. Axes, Picks, Claw, Hammers, and Footstools. Get a subscription if you have not done so. It is free. Hit the like, drop a comment, and hit your notification so you get to know when these fiascos drop, which is just about every day. Thank you so much. Do come back.